Welcome to my Junk Journal January flip through. So for the month of January, I joined in on a challenge hosted by Mia Vibes and Mega Journals on Instagram. I decided to make a junk journal for this specific challenge, and I have a video of that whole process. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll leave the link below. So let me just get right into the flip through and tell you about how I went through this junk journal. This is the journal that I made for this challenge, and I printed out the list of prompts for the challenge and included it inside the journal, but I didn't really follow the prompts in order inside the journal. I went about it randomly filling whatever page or spread I felt like creating in at the moment. This journal has a big mix of decorative papers from Flow magazine and from my general stash, so there were times when I barely even added much on a page. I just like some of the papers so much, like this one, so I just sort of left it as is. And there were many pages where I just added bits and pieces, not really thinking too much about it or trying to stress over creating like any kind of masterpiece or anything. So here I would have just like added bits and pieces of ephemera or things that I drew or postcards, or like this spread where I literally just added the picture of my kids and I didn't touch anything else because I just liked the way it looked. Of course, there are also pages of journaling, writing things out, and all kinds of everyday ephemera, maybe even things that we normally would toss. I have like different cards and papers and just little bits and pieces that I would like washi tape in or glue in. And this right here is like a card inside of an envelope with like stickers and papers. This page here is created from two different types of papers that I just sort of ripped apart and made scraps. This other page has it cut out so that you can see both sides of the little tag that I was gifted from a snail mail exchange. And generally, I would just say that my journal is actually pretty minimalist in that I didn't add a lot to every single page or spread. I didn't feel like I had to do some kind of completed quote-unquote like page. I just sort of slapped things in. I used stickers and papers from my stash as well as stamping. I included drawings of my kids and like journaled inside. And sometimes I did a little bit more stamping when it was related to the prompt. But generally, I'm not actually a big stamper, even though I have a lot of stamps, because it gets messy, and I don't really like getting messy, and I'm never able to get like a good impression. So yeah, it looks like pretty messy, but I do like the look of stamping. And I also have pages that I like sewed together or glued together, like two pages together to make a pocket. I think that's a really cool way to create a little pocket in your journal that you could slip something else in. So in this version, I used string to like sew the edges together so that there was a pocket on the other side. And I also like folding the papers to make the pocket, like a little opening that is easy to slip something in. And there it's just some test prints that I made to see the difference in color of the prints. And for journaling, sometimes I just copied a poem. So in this spread, it's really just a poem, an explanation, like some comments all over. It's not really like my personal thoughts. So this journal is definitely like a big mix of things, just little bits and pieces, pictures of course, and everyday ephemera. And here is like a sage leaf, which is like an item from nature, and literally just washi tape that in, and that's it. I just liked the way it looked on the page and didn't need to do anything else. This is a wrapper from tea, and of course still lots of stickers and bits and pieces of paper. You'll notice that I use the same sort of brown copper colored ink pen for this entire journal. I thought that was just an easy way to just keep it all like in the same theme. And yeah, just a lot of collage and things. And I really like vellum and clear or like transparent kind of papers. So I like including those in my journal because I just think it has a cool effect when you can see through it and like put elements on it. Generally, I was taking a very casual, easygoing, no pressure kind of method for this month, and it was a really fun process. It was easy for me, it was no pressure, and just like a few minutes of creative time every day without much fuss or stress at all. So that's my junk journal, and I wanted to thank you for watching, and I hope maybe my pages might inspire you to do your own junk journaling, because it can be a really fun and relaxing experience to put pieces of our everyday life together in a book form. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.